When it comes to hunting whitetails and really any game that you can hunt in the Midwest, that sweet spot for arrow weight is anywhere in that probably 450 grain range. You can go heavier than that. You could even go lighter than that. I'm shooting about a 28-inch draw length. I'm shooting 60 pounds. And so out of that, I'm using gold tips for probably almost 10 years now, but the arrow I'm using the last several years is a gold tip kinetic, 340 spine. Really, if you look at a spine chart, I should be shooting a 400 spine arrow. With the heavier the arrow you shoot, you need a little more stiffer spine in order to carry that extra weight and make sure your arrow is shooting straight. But that's what happened was I bought a bunch of these 340s whenever I was going for shooting about 520 grains of total arrow weight when I was in full ranch fairy mode. Now I backed off from that. This thing still shoots nice and straight, but I could be shooting a 400 spine, and really by a spine chart I should be. But using just your standard 2-inch Blazer vanes, I've done those myself along with the arrow wrap that I have here. It's a 3-fletch, has a slight helical to the left on it, so getting that extra spin that much quicker out at launch. I've switched to this birch tree wrap, and I will say, if there is a benefit to these, if you get one that has a bunch of white on it, one thing it will tell you is if you pass through the animal you're shooting, you'll be able to tell what color blood you're looking at. Stylistically, they look nice, they look cool, it fits your personality or whatever you want your look to be, but it can also tell you a lot about the shot that you made. On the back here, I use the Nocturnal lighted nocks, and I like this one. It's a strobing lighted nock. I've done another video about these in the past that you could go check out. It's a blue-green strobe, so flashing, blinking the whole time. So they're easy to find after you make the shot, as well as seeing them as they're taking that trail toward the animal. And then the Broadhead that I'm using, again, this is for I think the second year I've used these. I have yet to shoot anything with them, is the QAD Exodus. This is a small fixed blade Broadhead. I've heard really great things about it. I'm not sure what the blood trail is going to be like. These are sharp as can be. I've sharpened them myself. They were sharp out of the package, but I sharpened them even a little better. So I'm really looking forward to shooting something with these. I can't imagine not being able to pass through anything that you shoot with these at 60 pounds and 28-inch draw length with a 450 or so grain arrow, but they really ought to do a good job, and I've heard good things about them. I know we're always kind of curious, at least I am, whenever I'm watching a hunting video, whenever I'm talking with someone about archery. What bow are you shooting? What type of arrows are you shooting? What broadhead are you shooting? We're always kind of curious about those things. I think it's good to learn and knowledge share with those. I'm not an archery tech. I'm not an expert whenever it comes to this stuff, but I've done it for over 20 years now. It's something that I've learned a lot about and continue to learn. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer those. But everything I have learned over the years is what has gone into choosing the arrow build and the broadheads and everything else that I use.